Hi everyone, this is Sunny. Today we're going to discuss the concept of Git conflict. So everyone, whether we are testers or developers, are working with Git, and the concept of the term called merge conflict is very common and will be can be asked in the interview in the time of interview. So we're gonna discuss, or we're gonna try to understand how this conflict can come into the picture while developing a test automation suite. Okay. So first, let's consider we have a team of 5 people. Okay. Suppose we have a team of 5 people who is working on a particular project. Say, let's say the Java project. So we have a Java project. So let's say this is a Java project. So Java project, and there are 5 people who is working on this. So one, two, three, four, five. So these 5 people simultaneously working on this project, and everyone is working on a particular feature on their particular feature branch. Suppose this guy is working on branch F1, this guy is working on F2, F3, F4, F5. Okay, and we have a master branch, right? Every project would be having a master branch. So once every person would be done with their code for the day, they will try to push in their particular branches, particular their own feature branch. After the code review is done, once the code review is done, so suppose the F1 and F2 is actually working okay, fine. Then this particular both these features would be merged to the will get merged to the master branch, right? Will get merged to the master branch. Now, during this time of merging, uh, Git might throw the error, say git conflict or merge conflict. So the Git will throw suppose merge conflict. Most of the times we can see this particular error is coming. Now we need to see why this particular conflict is coming, when this conflict may come in your project. For that we're gonna take a small example. Okay, suppose 2 people is working. One is working uh, in master branch only, another guy is working in the separate branch. Okay, so let's see, we're gonna check. So let me take another column. Okay. Suppose we have a branch. So first guy number one, is working on the master branch. So this is the master branch, and the other guy is working at particular time. He checked out one branch, separate branch, and he's working on that. So say this is the F1 branch. So this kind of situations can come, right? Suppose one person who is working on a particular POC for your project, say suppose Selenium project, and he wants to do some upgrade or improvement. So he just checked out a branch separately, and he will be working on the particular branch, and so that the main branch or the master branch is not affected. Once the code in the F1 branch is actually working fine, then he will try to merge to the master branch, right? So this is the reason most of the people will be having the separate branches. For this example, we took this particular example. So this is the guy. Okay. So let's say this is the guy number two who is working on this F1 branch. Now, what can happen here? Suppose at this particular point, okay, this guy, uh, when this guy number two checked out the branch F1, say the commit before checking out was C1. Okay. So commit 1, fine. And let's suppose before commit 1 there was no commits. Okay. Now fine. Now he did some of the commits. Let's suppose the guy working on the F1 branch, he did several commits. So suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's say this guy committed like suppose FC1, FC2, FC3, FC4, like that. Okay. And now let's see, this is the final branch here, or the final commit which is working fine, and he wants to merge this particular code to the master branch. Say this particular commit is say final commit. Okay. Let's see FC 5. Okay. Now Now, the guy number one who is working on the master branch is still working on this, okay? And let's see, he has committed several changes, okay? After the guy number two checked out the F1 branch, the guy number one might have done several changes on the master branch. Let's say one, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's say C2, C3, C4, C5, and C6. And this is the final. This is the current. This is the current commit. Let's say this is the current commit the master branch is having, and this is the C7. Okay. Now, when the guy number 2 would try to commit this FC5 branch, to the master one, there would be some cases where Git will get confused whether which particular changes needs to be considered. Let's suppose the guy number 1. Let's suppose there is a particular say index.html file. There is a index.html file is there. Let's choose the color. Let's suppose there is a file called index.html. Okay, and in here there is a title of the page. Fine. So let's see. This is the HTML header. Let's say we have a title here. Say what is the title? Let's say git merge conflict. Title. Fine. And all the other branches will close there. Now suppose the guy number one, what he did, he changed this particular message here. Suppose he changed the message like this. Change the whole message and he puts a totally new title on it. Let's say the new title is title 1. No, leave it. Let's go back. Actually, not title 1. Say this is the title. This was the title, right? Git merge conflict. So he make the change of conflict 1, right? Let's say conflict 1 is there, and the guy number 2 he changed this conflict to conflict 2. So here we need to discuss 3 things. Fine. So previous, this is the conflict 2. So we need to discuss few things actually. So initial conflict. What was the initial? So what is the initial commit? The initial commit was what? Only git merge conflict. The current change in master branch is what? Git merge conflict 1, and the current change in the feature branch, right? The feature branch is git merge conflict 2. Now, when this particular feature branch will try to get merged into master branch, what will happen actually? Git will see, okay, which particular title to keep. Here, till this here, it is fine, right? It was the initial config message. Then the master has been changed to 1. Then the feature changes to 2. So which one to keep? The Git will get confused. So Git will throw the conflict error. So Git will say, I don't know, boss, which particular message to keep. So you decide with your team. Okay. which particular text to keep, or particular here the which title to keep. So Git will not actually update. Git will not actually merge the F1 branch to master, and it will throw the error. That particular throw particular is called merge conflict. And then the guy, suppose the guy is working on the master branch and the guy is working on the feature branch, will actually discuss. They will discuss to check if there is an issue, or which is the actual, or which should be the actual of the title of this particular HTML page, whether we can keep both, or whether to keep the master one, or whether to keep the feature one, the feature branch. Then according to suppose, then according to the output of the discussion, they will decide which to keep. And let's suppose the feature branch, okay, this one, the conflict 2 should be the actual one. It should be going to the master branch. So what the guy working in the feature branch will do, he will use the git merge tool command. So there is a particular command in Git, like all other commands. There is a command called merge tools. So Git, so the actual command will be like this. Actual command would be git merge tools, and this particular command will show something like this. Something like this, like head, okay, then some message, then it will show, okay, this is the suppose master branch sample, and then suppose this kind of things will be there. Okay, it will look like this in the git bash console, and then it will be like this. Done. Okay. So here in this particular position, it will be there the feature branch. For our case, it will be like git merge 1, git merge conflict 1, and git merge conflict 2, right? Now in the git bash console only, terminal only, the feature 1 guy will actually delete this. He will actually delete the whole this section. Okay, he will actually delete the whole this section. So let me delete here also. He will keep whole this section, and he will keep only this one, only this particular message of text, whatever, and then he will actually press enter. So he will actually press enter, and then he will actually do git status. So this will actually show that index.html is not staged, right? So then we will do git add this one, or we can actually do in the git add index.html also. Then so this will actually stage this particular file, and then we need to commit. So we will do git commit -n merge conflict fixed. So once this particular merge conflict is fixed, then you can actually push. Actually not like this before, actually, because before you do this git status, you need to do few other things. Let me show you. Once you edit this particular thing, then we are good to go. After that, you need to do not actually here. Actually here you need to do before git merge, you need to actually enter git merge, right? Git merge F1. Then you need to do git merge tools. This will give the git config. Then you will fix it here. Then you will do status. It will show unstaged files. Then you will add the unstaged files. Then you will commit to the master branch. So it will actually say the commit is successful or you are on the master branch like. So this is how you can actually solve the conflict in Git. You can solve the Git merge conflict thing. Okay. So after this, we need to do few other things we can discuss here. So once the feature branch has been merged to the master branch, so we do not need the feature branch anymore. In that case, we can actually delete the feature branch. So how we can actually delete the branch. So how we can delete the branch? So we can actually say like this: git branch minus d, and the say the actual branch name is our case f1. Now there is a thing: if this particular f1 branch is not merged to the master branch, okay, then Git will actually throw the error and will say that we cannot. I think you are doing a mistake because this f1 branch has some code changes which are not merged to the master branch. Do you really want to delete that? If you want to delete that, just change this particular minus d to capital minus capital D, right? So Git is very intelligent here. So Git will actually tell you that Git will think that, hey, wait, you have did some changes in this particular branch and you are now deleting it. So make sure you are not deleting your work. And if you really want to delete, then you can actually use the minus capital D. Okay, fine. So this is how actually you can actually solve the Git conflict issue. So let's just sum up. So before that, let's say we have assumptions. Assumptions 1. We have two branches. Let's say master and f1. So there are several commits in master branch and f1 branch. Now you want to actually merge the f1 branch to master. So what are the things you need to do? Number 2, you need to actually commit the current code in both of the branches. Commit current changes in both both master and f1 branch. Then third, you need to run this one, git checkout master. So you need to come back to the master one, right? Then 4, git merge f1. So now it will throw the conflict error, right? Then in the fix step, fix the conflicts. Then I need to do git status, then git add dot 8 git, and you need to commit, right? Ultimately commit to the master branch because we are in the master branch, right? Here git commit -m merge complete. So this is the thing. This is how you can actually solve the git merge conflict issue.
We have already seen the concept of git merge conflict. Now we're gonna show you a simple example in code. Okay, so for that I will actually create a simple Java project in VS Code.
No builder, simple Java is say git merge conflict. Sorry, select the build and then in destination folder I will just say Java, maybe download and select destination folder and just create input Java project, say git merge conflict. So in this Java project, I just create a simple class. So I'm gonna use the default class only, simple class hello world. Fine. Hello world, that is okay. And I'm gonna do what? I'll gonna actually now commit this particular small project into Git. Okay, so I'm gonna use the terminal here. VS Code terminal, new terminal, right? So let's say first say Git status. So it will say Git is not there, so we'll do Git init. So we have initialized the Git. Now again we will see Git status. So nothing is being committed. So we'll do Git add dot. So everything is done. Then we will again see Git status. So everything is already staged. Now we're gonna do the commit. So Git commit minus name and we'll say first commit. Right? Done. So this is done. So we are actually in the master branch. So let's see how many branches we have. So we are in the master branch only. So I will do another commit here. Okay, I will tell you later. Fine. I will do another commit. So I'll say hello world is there. So I will put another exclamatory sign. Fine. Now I will do another commit. Now I will just ignore the staging part. I'll directly do the commit. Okay. So git. Sorry. I'm here actually. So let's see. So if we say git status. Yes, the app.java is not staged. We'll directly copy it. Minus n. So this is second commit. So second commit is done, right? So the second commit is done. We are in the master branch. Now at this particular point, I will just check out a new branch. Okay. So git checkout minus b. I just say this is the let's say feature branch. Okay. Feature branch. So we are now into the feature branch. Now, if I do the git status here, what will happen? Because the feature branch doesn't have this code, it will say nothing is there. Nothing to commit on branch feature because nothing to commit, nothing is there, right? So for that, I need to now because nothing is there because I have done nothing. So it just takes the copy of the master branch and copy to the feature branch, right? So now I need to change something right into the code. So I will say I will put on a design. Okay, like this only because I just want to imitate the conflict. So just wait, you will understand. Now if I say git status, it will say again the app.java has been changed. So I will say I will directly commit. So this will be the first commit in feature branch, right? First commit feature. First commit feature. Okay. So I will do another commit in the feature branch. Fine. Okay. So I will say hello. I will just remove this comma. I don't want this comma. I will just remove this comma. I will do another commit. So this will be the second commit feature branch, right? Second commit to the feature branch. So done. Now we have done two commits in the feature branch, right? Now if I do this, right? If I checked out, if I move back to the master branch, you will see the code has been changed to master branch, right? See, that has been changed. So I have given three exclamatory sign and one comma. I removed this one comma from the feature branch, and it went. Now you can see everything went back to the master branch. Now let's do another commit in the master branch after we have done the commits in the feature branch, right? So let's say I will hello world, and what we can see hello world, what hello world, anything, say G, I don't know, hello world, or that is okay, fine. And I will do the commit, and this commit will be my third commit in the master branch. So third commit into the which branch? Master branch. Okay. Now if I go back to the feature branch, what will happen? Feature. Okay. It should change back to that. Now, if I really want to merge this feature branch to master branch, what I need to do, I need to move back to the master branch again. So master branch, and I need to run this command git merge feature. And now you can see there is a conflict. The conflict here, the conflict is saying the merge conflict in the source app.java, and it is saying the current change. This is the current change in the master branch, right? I just changed to the earth, right? Hello world earth. But in the feature branch, it is the hello world and it is currently signed. Okay, and you can see this is the header, and this is the current change. It is showing here. See, current change, and here this is the feature. This is the feature branch. Header is pointing to the master branch. This is the feature branch that is called incoming change. Now we have few options here. What we can do? See here, VS Code will give this automatic options to you. So we can use this. So sorry guys. So I can do accept current change, or I can do accept incoming change, or accept both the changes, or compare the changes. So let's see, I just want to keep both the changes, right, into the master branch. I don't want to delete that, so I just click on both the changes and it will be like this. So if you're not using VS Code, IntelliJ, if you're using IntelliJ directives, so you just directly go and just edit this particular code like that. Okay, so you just need to put, you just need to add the hello world to the master branch code and test it, right? Now you can also do the merge tools, the git merge tools option also, but that you can also do in the terminal only. You can actually edit the file, a particular file, and then save it, and you can continue. Anyway, I'm using VS Code. It's more simple. Now I have changed it, and I'll save it. Now if I do the git status, now what will happen? Let's see. Git status. So we are now in master branch. We fix the conflict and we'll do git status. Now it is say, just check on master branch. You have unmerged parts. Fix conflicts and run git commit. Use git merge abort. That is fine. Unmerged part. What do you mean unmerged part? Because we have actually fix the conflict, right? But we haven't staged it, right? So for that, I need to actually add it. So git add. Now if I do the git status, we are good to go. Now we have stage. Now we need to push. We need to actually not push. Sorry, we need to actually commit that this change to the master branch. So we'll do git commit. Commit. We'll say merge. Okay, done, right? And if I see git status, we're good to go. Nothing to commit. Working through is clean. Now, this is now a master branch. In this master branch, we are having both these codes, right? Now, if I go back to the feature branch, so we can do this. Check it out, and you will see the changes are there. And if I go back to the master branch again, you will see both the changes are together. So this is how we can actually solve the very simple merge conflicts. You can actually during time interview you can explain the way I have shown you already in the notepad, and then you can give a very simple example like this to the interviewer. I think you will be good to go. Thank you guys.